Hi, thanks for joining me in this video. I figured it's time for an update, cause it's been more than 3 months since the last devlog. I guess time really flies when you're having fun, huh? But seriously, I spent the last 3 months preparing my game for the demo release, and I'm happy to say it actually feels quite polished. And yeah, you heard it right, you guys can finally playtest my game on Steam. For that, you just have to head over to my Discord, where the bot will give you a key which you can activate directly in Steam. But let's get into some of the progress that I made since the last video. The first thing I want to talk about is the brand new action camera added to the game. Of course, I started by opening up Blender, and then wait, that's not Blender? Oh yeah, that's more like it. I then searched for some reference, decided on this picture right here, and got right to modeling. I then finished the model by giving the lens a basic texture and slapping some of the car materials on it. The idea is to mount action cameras to your car to increase video quality and therefore increase video views. But of course, let me know what you think of the idea in the comments down below. That's actually a perfect transition to the next thing I want to talk about, which is the changes I made to the computer. When you now press the upload button, you get to a completely different site, which I decided to call the edit page. On the edit page, you can refine your videos by changing the thumbnail and title, which might give you a better chance at going viral. The algorithm itself is the thing I'm most proud of though. It will calculate the results of a video based on a few metrics I collect during gameplay. If I for example decide to drive my car into a tree, it takes it into account and will know that the video probably isn't that good. Of course it's not perfect, but let me tell you, making that shit almost fried my brain. It really wasn't easy. I then decided that the animation for starting up the car looked kinda ass, so I remade it from scratch. Which I'm really glad I did, because I really like how it looks. Now the only thing that was missing was a proper startup sound for the Sarai, so I started searching the depths of the internet when I stumbled upon this video. I then borrowed the sound of the video and added it to the game, and here's how that turned out. If you don't know what a gameplay loop is, that's basically what keeps the player hooked on a game. I'm gonna explain it using one of my favorite games, Slime Rancher. In Slime Rancher you collect slimes. When you feed those slimes, they generate plots which you can sell for money. Money buys better gear equals better slimes equal more money. My game is based on the same principles. However, there is one key difference. In RedLine there's also a skill grind, as you need to learn to handle different cars on different tracks with different tunes. Which actually isn't as easy as it may seem in my videos. After hours of playtesting you just kinda get good at your own game. But somehow I managed to still not properly explain what you really do in my game. So let's fix that. You basically start with nothing but a car and a computer. And you have to work your way up a fictional social media platform called StreamSphere. You film videos by getting into the car and pressing start. Then you will need to complete one run and you will get teleported back to the garage. Now you must access the computer. You can either do that manually or by pressing a hotkey. Once you're at the PC, you can just post your video. And don't worry, you won't have to do any actual editing. After you have done that, you can track the progress of your videos either at the PC directly or at the TV downstairs. And don't get discouraged when the videos don't take off right away. The algorithm is quite realistic, I'd say. But once you're finally earning decent money, you can buy new cars, parts, cameras, a mansion, possibly a video editor and many more things. But let me show you some other cool stuff I added to the game. There's now more than 50 different combinations of weather in the game, which are randomly generated every time you enter the car. These options include sunset plus snow, midnight plus fog, and midday plus blizzard, to only name a few. On other maps, this will also include rain, which I'm particularly hyped to make because rain really has that special ambience. As you might have spotted earlier, I then also added a NITROUS boost. This gives the player even more options to control how the car slides. For that, I just made an emitter using Unreal Engine's beautiful Niagara system and attached it to the exhaust of the car. Now I just have to trigger the emitter on the button press and play a sound for added immersion. The sound itself was made using a literal tank shifting gears and a camping stove. If you layer these sounds correctly, it really does create a heavy and satisfying sound. This is one of the many spawn locations of the video drone. During a run, 3 drones will spawn and when you drive into the camera icon they will snap a picture. This picture you can later use as a thumbnail. The drone itself was actually one of the first things I've ever painted in Substance Painter. Sadly, I couldn't finish the textures though, since my free trial went out. But I'd say it still looks alright. For the sound, I just sampled my vacuum cleaner. Since that sounded horrendous though, I just decided to download the sound online. I know I still haven't talked about the tuning system, but sadly that's going to be it for this video. Especially since I already made a devlog which I completely scrapped because it was bad. Making longer videos is simply taking up way too much development time. I hope you guys still enjoyed though.